Problem is the word, hypnosis. Strikes instant fear in the hearts of many, doesn't it? My God, does it hurt? The American language doesn't even know what to do with the word. If you look up the word hypnosis in the dictionary, you're going to get a different definition each time you look. Provided, of course, you use a different dictionary. Random House, in fact, calls hypnosis an artificial sleep.
Hypnosis is a controlled daydream. Driving 30 miles and not remembering 20 of them is called highway hypnosis. Hypnosis is a natural state of mind that all of us experience daily. It just happens to have a weird name attached to it at certain times. Hypnosis is a state of deep relaxation and the most effective, safe, and natural way to control habits.
You go through that state as you're waking up and as you're falling asleep. It's that no man's land or that twilight zone where you dream the phone is ringing and you suddenly realize the phone really is ringing. Now, every so often, somebody afterwards will think to themselves, boy, what a ripoff. It couldn't have worked. I heard everything he said. What those people fail to realize is if you went to sleep, how would you hear the suggestions? Couldn't have been hypnotized. I didn't go under. Under what? The chair? The table? You're not going to go to sleep. You don't lose your consciousness. You won't get stuck to the chair, and you don't go strange or weird. You don't become the zombie or the robot that you see in the movies. As a matter of fact, if you hear other outside noises, and you will if there are outside noises, if you hear them, you'll be aware of them, they just won't matter. It's like that daydream, right? In fact, the one thing that surprises most people is the fact that you can move. 2 reasons for not moving. One is some people are afraid to. Boy, if I move, I'll blow the whole thing. The other reason, and the only other reason we know of, is some people get so relaxed they really just don't feel like moving. Ah, heck, I'll do it later. One person told me after, said, hey, while you were doing that, my nose itched. It took me 10 minutes to get my hand up there to scratch my nose. Right? You can move. And you keep thinking. Mind keeps working. You're conscious, means you can think, doesn't it? Now, this might be a little overly simplistic, but it's an easy way of looking at what we're doing. In essence, we're getting the conscious to step aside so we're not talking directly with the subconscious. Or the unconscious, depending on what school you went to. But at any rate, conscious there, subconscious there, talking to the subconscious. Now the conscious doesn't have anything to do. It's hanging around. So what does it do? Well, it either checks everything out. Yeah, I'm not going to smoke anymore. Yeah, I'm not going to reach without thinking. Yeah, I'm going to feel good. Say that again. That's a good one. One lady one night sat there for 20 minutes nodding her head at everything. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, the whole room heard her consenting, you know. That's an extreme. Most people do the other one, and that's where your mind wanders. When your mind wanders, there really are no limits. Anything goes. Gee, I wonder if I'm really hypnotized. Bet I can open my eyes if I want to. Of course, if I do, he'll get mad. It won't work and I'll blow the money. I better not do that. Wish he'd hurry up. These chairs are getting hard. Boy, could I use a cigarette. Whoops, don't think about that, dummy. You heard to quit smoking. Kind of fade in, you fade back out. Understand when that happens, and a version of it probably will. That's okay. You don't have to be listening. What you need to do is hear. There's a difference. Listening is a very conscious effort. Boy, am I listening. I'm hanging on every word. You know something? It's a failure factor. It gets in the way. Hearing is a more subconscious or subliminal kind of thing, and that's really what we're looking for. That means that when your conscious mind is wandering, it's just stepping aside, getting out of the way and saying, here, you talk to him for a while. I can't do anything with him. When you're finished, or when we're finished, I should say, you're going to remember simply because I don't tell you to forget. That's more stuff in the movies. You will not remember a thing, bring me back all the money. Boy, if it worked like that, you think I'd be here? I'd run for office, right? Besides which, you know why we're doing it. Why should I tell you to forget? That's dumb. Now, there are many different levels or states or forms of hypnosis. Daydreaming is a state of hypnosis. Meditation is a form of hypnosis. Radio and television advertising can be very, very hypnotic. Music in concert or performance circumstances, hypnotic. Sermons and lectures, good ones, you better believe it, very hypnotic. Most, not all, but most states of hypnosis have a common denominator, and that's called relaxation. Want you to be comfortable, want you to be relaxed. So perhaps it wouldn't hurt if we knocked off a couple of minutes. You can do whatever it is you need to do to relax. Matter of fact, to tell you what, probably wouldn't hurt if you'd like. I'll give you a couple of minutes to have one last good one, okay? We'll see you in a couple.